So here's the last example from class today. It's a little bit trickier in terms of simplifying to find the critical points. So I just wanted to go through this one with you so that you could have it in your notes. So if I want to find the derivative here, I'm going to rewrite this as t to the 2/3 times 2t minus 1, just so it's easier to take the derivative of. So I'm going to have to use product rule here. So I'm going to say 2/3 t to the negative 1/3, and then keep the 2t minus 1 plus t to the 2/3 times 2. So it's a little bit messy, so I'm going to start to simplify. I'm going to move this down to the denominator right here with the 3, and I'm going to end up moving this up to the numerator with the 2. And then we'll see what happens next once we get that simplified. So step by step, I'm going to have 2 times 2t minus 1 over 3 t to the positive 1/3 now. And then I'm just going to rewrite this as 2t to the 2/3. So before I do anything here, if I set this equal to 0, it's going to be a mess because I have a fraction and then I have something that's not a fraction. It's going to just get a little weird. So before I go any further, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get a common denominator. So my common denominator is going to be 3t to the 1/3. So I need to multiply that also. So let's simplify there and see what we get. So I'm going to get 4t minus 2. I'm going to simplify that over 3t to the 1/3 plus that's going to become 6, and then t to the 2/3 times t to the 1/3 is just going to become t. Okay, so now we got a common denominator. We can combine this and we get 10t minus 2 over 3t to the 1/2, or sorry, to the 1/3. So there's my derivative. So what I want to do now is I want to figure out when is this going to be equal to 0. So in order to set this equal to 0, 10t minus 2 over 3t to the 1/3 equals 0. I can ignore my denominator, so I really just have 10t minus 2 equals 0, 10t equals 2, so t equals 1/5. So there's our first critical point, okay? And then the second critical point, g prime of x, is undefined. We want to set the denominator equal to 0. Okay, so t to the 1/3 equals 0, so t equals 0 is also going to be our critical points. Now, you always want to go back and just double check. If I go back and I look at my original equation, this thing right here, were both of these values in the domain? Yes, and we talked about that to begin with. There's nothing here that I can't plug in. I can plug in positive numbers, I can plug in negative numbers, and I can plug in 0. All of those here will work. So therefore, our two critical points are going to be t equals 1/5 and t equals 0.